At a work site, a young deer got stuck in a large pile of mud. It had to be rescued with the help of an excavator. The rescue was successful. The confused deer at first lay still and couldn't move, but quickly recovered and left that ominous, swampy place unharmed. Visitors at a farm managed to film a crazy ostrich. Instead of taking the proper position to lay an egg, it decided to do it standing up, and naturally the egg just fell and broke. During a rally, a foolish dog ran onto the racetrack. People shouted at her, trying to scare her off the dangerous road where a car was about to appear, but she didn't respond. And then, at the most terrifying moment, a Mitsubishi appears and jumps over the dog at speed. The dog didn't even realize what had happened, but he was really lucky that there was a bump in front of him and the car jumped over him. No one was hurt. Near a house, a doorbell security camera captured a moose that stopped on a snowy road and decided to shake its head. As a result, both antlers fell off at the same time and the frightened moose simply ran away. A few hours later, the homeowner returned and was very surprised by such a trophy. Later, he saw how it happened on the recording. The antlers will now decorate his room. In Thailand, a 17-year-old elephant named Tongsri was the target of a prank. The men staged a scene as if her caretaker was being beaten, and she immediately rushed to his defense. It looks very cute. A goanna lizard decided to attack the most venomous snake in Africa, the black mamba. Despite the lizard's aggressive bites, the snake did not give up and continued to attack. In the end, it seems like the lizard won, but if the mamba managed to bite it, it won't live long. The head of a little monkey got stuck between the branches of a tree. But the funniest part is watching the mother monkey pull her baby hard to free it from this trap. Then she started lunging at people to drive them away, but they still decided to keep filming what was happening. After a few more funny attempts, the baby finally somehow managed to break free from this snare. In Florida, a married couple was filming what seemed to be the calm waters of a quiet river. But just look at this. As soon as the man threw food into the water, it started boiling with some huge fish. It is definitely not safe, and is actually quite dangerous, to go for a swim in those waters right now. During feeding time, the sheep clearly has no intention of sharing its food with anyone, so the cheeky little monkey immediately gets sent flying several meters away. In winter, near their settlement, people managed to film a wolverine with some kind of can stuck on its head. A hungry wolf was already circling the wolverine, fully aware that with the situation as it was, he had every chance to win. It's unclear how it all ended, but if the wolverine couldn't get the can off, the wolf definitely wouldn't miss such an opportunity. The bird decided to rest on the enclosure fence. A cunning antelope quietly snuck up from behind, bit off the bird's tail, and ate it. The funniest thing is that the bird barely reacted at all. It took off and landed in the same spot again, as if nothing had happened. When the hungry orcas surrounded the seals, one of them showed cleverness. He jumped onto a boat with people and hid behind the motors. The killer whales circled the boat for a long time, but the seal had no intention of leaving his safe spot. He managed to escape. In Australia, someone managed to capture footage of a predatory moray eel ambushing and attacking an unsuspecting octopus. The rivals spun in a furious whirlpool, but as soon as a large fish swam by, the octopus managed to escape. He lost one leg, but he survived. I don't know what this place is or why there are so many people there, but there was definitely a wedding happening above, where doves were brought to the newlyweds for them to release. Unfortunately, all the birds dropped like stones into the water. Fortunately, there were many swimmers in the water who ended up rescuing the poor birds. While crossing the river, a small herd of gazelles encountered an unbelievably huge crocodile. This giant immediately began to close in quickly, caught a gazelle, and swallowed it whole in a matter of seconds. This puma is in trouble. A trap is clamped onto its front paw. The rescue was quite a spectacle, as calming down and pinning the wildcat to the ground turned out to be no easy task. However, having said all of that, on the other hand, when people finally managed to do it, the trap was successfully removed. Now all that was left was to quietly move away to a safe distance. Fortunately, the exhausted puma behaved calmly. Next comes a very touching moment. A mother dog watches her puppy drowning in a canal in Malaysia. She couldn't do anything to help, but people noticed that the puppy was moving and desperately trying to cling to the rocks at the bottom of the canal. People immediately rushed to help, but it wasn't easy to get the puppy out using that scoop. The unfortunate mother dog stood nearby the whole time, watching as her puppy was rescued. Soon the poor thing was pulled out. He is alive and well, and the mother dog quickly carries him home. In order to properly provide for the rescue of this elephant, several people were involved. With the help of a rope, they managed to pull the trapped animal out of the swamp. But the baby elephant turned out to be quite ungrateful. Instead of calmly leaving, he began to aggressively attack the rescuers. But no one was hurt, and the little elephant jumped right back into the same swamp. Fortunately, this time he didn't get stuck. He got out fairly quickly and left with his group. Next is an incredible moment at the zoo. A young orangutan went into the water, but he couldn't swim and immediately started to drown. And then a hero zookeeper appears in the frame. He throws a lifebuoy into the water, jumps in himself, and pulls the orangutan out. Once on shore, he performed all the necessary rescue procedures. The monkey survived. A home security camera captured a puma attacking a deer on the porch of a house in San Francisco. The deer wandered onto the porch to snack on some roses, but during the attack, the mountain lion slammed it against the metal railing, stunning its prey. Then the puma quickly dragged the carcass into the forest. Man the Destroyer is not a new phenomenon, but it really is painful to watch. For some reason, people decided to cut down a tree where dozens of birds were nesting. Later, the tractor driver who felled the tree was detained. In addition, it was established that the tree was cut down without approval from the relevant authorities. Many birds died, which caused a strong outcry among internet users. This dog doesn't care how high it has to jump into the water, as long as it can catch its favorite toy. This hyena was not at all careful with its piece of meat and was attacked by two lions. The predators unleashed all their fury on the hyena, and at this moment, the hyena did not survive. At the Grand Park Zoo in Seoul, a baby elephant accidentally fell into the water. But just look at the panic caused by the two female elephants. They rush into the water to help the baby swim to a safe place. Most likely, the baby was not in any real danger. Elephants swim by sticking their trunks out of the water to breathe, but the rescue was successful nonetheless. Do you see the caterpillar on this tree? I don't think so. I don't see anything either. But it's there. It's a true master of camouflage. A clever deer decided to cool off by taking a dip in the pool, then quickly disappeared into the forest. A man decided to celebrate his birthday in the wild and did everything by the book. He bought a cake, but as soon as he cut a small piece, a wild monkey stole almost the entire cake and escaped with it up a tree. The celebration was ruined, but what a shot. This chipmunk clearly doesn't like having a squirrel on its territory, and it didn't calm down until it made her fly away. This piglet will remember for a long time that it's best to stay away from fast dogs. The poor snake got the tip of its tail tangled in a redback spider's web. People debated for a long time whether to save the snake or let nature take its course. It's unclear what they decided to do, as the recording cuts off at the most interesting moment. This pigeon is a real ace. No other bird can land with such a beautiful spin. Even among pigeons, he's probably one of a kind. People filmed from their car as a very brave leopard approached a large troop of 50 baboons. The absolutely crazy little cat suddenly decided to launch an attack. But then, almost immediately, it deeply and sincerely regretted its impulsive decision. The entire troop of angry baboons attacked her. The monkey screamed and bit the leopard, showing no mercy at all. The leopard miraculously managed to break free and escape. This particular gentleman is firmly convinced that iguanas are absolutely the smartest and most remarkable species of reptiles on the entire planet. Just look, his pet iguana enjoys being petted like a real dog. And here are a few more moments that I'll leave without comment. Thank you. A massive thunderstorm is coming.